Welcome, everyone. Zoos are often seen as magical places, windows into the wild world where we can connect with creatures we might otherwise never see. Dedicated zookeepers work tirelessly, forming incredible bonds with these animals. But what happens when that trust is broken or a simple mistake is made? The line between caretaker and prey can be incredibly thin. Today, we're exploring the solemn reality of what can go wrong, examining 6 tragic instances where keeper mistakes led to devastating consequences. This isn't about placing blame, but about learning from the past to ensure a safer future for both humans and animals in captivity. Our journey begins with a story that shocked the world and forever changed safety protocols. Let's travel back to Christmas Day, 2007, at the San Francisco Zoo. A 4-year-old Siberian tiger named Tatiana had a history of aggression, having previously injured a keeper. Despite this, on that fateful holiday, she escaped her enclosure. The investigation revealed the grotto wall was 4 feet lower than the recommended standard for accredited zoos. Tatiana managed to leap over the wall, leading to a tragic encounter that left 1 visitor fatally wounded and 2 others injured before she was shot by police. The critical mistake? An inadequate enclosure. The zoo had been warned about the low wall height, but action wasn't taken in time. This incident served as a horrifying wake-up call for zoos globally, emphasizing that containment isn't just a suggestion, it's a life-or-death necessity. The smallest structural flaw can create an opportunity for a powerful predator. Our next story takes us to the UK's South Lakes Safari Zoo in 2013, a case that highlights the danger of procedural shortcuts. Sarah Maclay, a 24-year-old keeper, was performing routine duties in the tiger house. A system of sliding metal doors and gates was designed to keep keepers and tigers separated at all times. However, an investigation later concluded that one of these crucial doors was left open, allowing a Sumatran tiger to enter the keeper's corridor where Sarah was working. The zoo was later fined for significant health and safety breaches. The mistake here was a catastrophic failure to follow established safety protocols. In high-risk environments like a tiger enclosure, double-checking every lock and every gate isn't just part of the job. It's the most important part. Deviating from the procedure, even for a moment, can erase the vital barrier between human and predator. Now let's head to the Loro Park Zoo in Tenerife, Spain, on Christmas Eve of 2009. A highly experienced orca trainer, Alexis Martinez, was killed by a 6.6-ton orca named Quito during a training exercise for a Christmas show. Initially, the park reported it as an unfortunate accident. However, details later emerged revealing a different story. Quito, an animal born in captivity, grabbed Alexis and pulled him to the bottom of the pool. The autopsy confirmed death by massive internal injuries, not drowning. The mistake? Treating a powerful, intelligent, and potentially unpredictable apex predator as a reliable performer. Despite years of training, the inherent wildness of an orca can never be fully erased. This incident, along with others involving captive orcas, fueled a massive public debate about the ethics of keeping such creatures for entertainment and the immense risks trainers face, no matter how skilled they are. Our 4th case involves a beloved figure at the Australia Zoo, the home of the late Steve Irwin. In 2001, a seasoned keeper was working with a 12-foot saltwater crocodile, one of the park's largest and most aggressive residents. During a public feeding demonstration, the keeper slipped on the wet concrete while trying to entice the croc out of the water. The crocodile seized the opportunity, grabbing the keeper by the leg and pulling him into the water. In a terrifying struggle, the keeper managed to escape but suffered severe injuries. The mistake was one of environmental awareness and a momentary lapse in footing. When working with animals that have remained unchanged for millions of years, every single step matters. The environment itself, a slippery surface, a poorly placed object, can become an accomplice in a tragedy. It is a stark reminder that the handler's focus must extend beyond the animal to the entire habitat. Next, we visit the Seaview Predator Park in South Africa in 2021. The incident involved another Siberian tiger, this time one that had been hand-reared by its keeper, David Solomon. David had a deep, long-standing bond with the tiger, named Jasper. He entered the enclosure to check on an electric fence line, something he had likely done many times before. But on this day, Jasper attacked, inflicting fatal injuries. The park stated the tiger may have been agitated by another tiger in a neighboring enclosure. The core mistake here lies in the false sense of security that can come from a close bond. Hand-rearing a wild animal doesn't domesticate it. It can blur the lines and lead a keeper to underestimate the animal's primal instincts. Love and familiarity are no match for territorial aggression or a sudden predatory trigger. The most docile-seeming animal is still wild at heart, a lesson learned in the most heartbreaking way. Our final story takes us to the Palm Beach Zoo in Florida in 2016. Stacy Conweiser, a 38-year-old lead tiger keeper known as the Tiger Whisperer, was preparing the night house for a show. This area was strictly off-limits to the public. She entered a section of the enclosure she believed was empty, but a 13-year-old Malayan tiger was still inside. The tiger attacked, and despite efforts by other staff, Stacy's injuries were fatal. An investigation found that the zoo's policy for handling tigers was not being followed. The zoo had specific protocols requiring keepers to confirm visually and verbally that a section was clear before entering. The mistake was a fatal breakdown in communication and adherence to protocol. It underscores the absolute necessity of rigid, unbendable rules when dealing with dangerous animals. There can be no assumptions. In this line of work, assuming an enclosure is empty, instead of confirming it, is a gamble you can't afford to take. These 6 stories are somber, and they serve a vital purpose. They teach us that respect for wild animals must be absolute. From the structural integrity of an enclosure and the unwavering adherence to safety protocols, to understanding that a bond does not erase instinct, every detail matters. The work of zookeepers is born from a place of passion and dedication, but that passion must be balanced with a profound and constant vigilance. By learning from these tragedies, zoos and wildlife sanctuaries can continue to improve, striving to create environments that are as safe as possible for the animals and the people who dedicate their lives to caring for them. The goal is always to prevent history from repeating itself, ensuring the story of zoos is one of conservation and education, not tragedy. Thank you so much for joining us for this important discussion. We hope it provided a deeper understanding of the challenges and responsibilities involved in animal care. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, and consider subscribing for more content that explores the fascinating and complex world we share with animals. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.